Hey, how's it going? Happy New Year, everyone. We just finished week 122. Overall, was a great week. Managed to catch up on a lot of press releases and everything what was happening. We entering week 123. Overall, let's start this year on a great day, I guess. Let's try to take a look at what financial opportunities are available, as well as we're gonna finish a week on that. Today is Monday, 1st of January, and we're taking a look at what opportunities are available in the market. I thought might as well take a look at funding available, right? Some of those opportunities, a biggest percentage of opportunities that would be where they would fund half, and you need to fund the rest of it, right? So that's the biggest percentage of that I was able to scroll through, right? But thought I will touch on some of those, and I'll be jumping from one to another and try to optimize my time when reading it. If we were to begin with manufacturing, right? So myself, I just noticed that this opportunity might be out of date, right? So it's not necessarily what I'm gonna be taking a look at, that this or similar opportunities are available, and we're gonna be taking a look at some of those organizations and or programs available, and where potentially opportunities are when it comes to sourcing, finance, and or purchasing equipment when it comes to manufacturing. Let's touch on those, and we're gonna be taking a look at grant funding in manufacturing. Uh, Currently, this organization is no longer taking any applications, right? So I'll touch briefly on what would the process and all progress, and we'll try perhaps finding similar opportunity, right? But that would be most likely within the sector of manufacturing. And from what I understood, that would be purchasing equipment and percentages there that they can potentially help you when it comes to sourcing finance. Usually it's 50%, yeah. And just to all touch briefly, solutions offered as a result of working with a manufacturing growth manager. Okay, I think that's the name of the program. You may be eligible for a grant to cover a percentage of cost implementing business improvement projects, right? Improvement projects can be in perhaps training about equipment and or some software solutions, right? There's a number of those, right? The grant is funded by European, right? So there's some development funds there. So perhaps UK have paid into the funds, and in return they might be able to receive some of those finances back because they have something going on over there. I don't know. I haven't taken part in any of that. I'm not entirely sure what they referring to that, but that's one potential way of the money. This is not live anymore, right? So this is not an option, but that's how potentially funds would come from. To support the cost of working with an external expert coach of your choice to implement and pre-agreed improvement project as the detailed within your action plan. Grant values are specific to each business application. Maximum project value of £10,000 with a minimum grant value of 1,000. Capital grants are available and will be considered exceptional cases subject to panel approval. So perhaps there's a board there. And you would need to submit your project, and you potentially can receive finance, I guess, and or additional support depending on the project. The percentage of grant funding of support is based on each individual business case and supported by. Okay, so there might be some promotions there. So basically, that's something that myself I'm looking for. So what I'm saying is, this kind of opportunities, if not right now, there's gonna be new ones coming. That's what I'm saying. We're entering new year, and if anything, either new year or a new financial year, that will be beginning of April. There might be new opportunities available out there. Once we have taken a look at or potentially processes, right? So that was processes and including equipment, software, or perhaps training. From there, we can progress into apprenticeship support grants, right? Let's take a look at those. Based on your location where you are, perhaps within UK or in the world, there might be some support available out there when it comes to perhaps giving opportunities for people to develop skills, right? So there might be some financial incentives to your business when onboarding and additional people. If it's something that yourself you're interested in. I haven't done it yet, so I have seen so many apprenticeships out there and doing interesting things. Let's progress right and sense over a little bit better. Apprenticeship support grant is designed to help employers who are committed in creating new apprenticeships or progressing the existing apprentice onto a higher level of apprenticeships, right? So that would be perhaps onboarding people, and or if you would have any, they will try to give you perhaps incentives of. Since we are taking a look at economically inactive people within UK as we speak, it's somewhere around 10 million as we speak, right? So perhaps within that would be within the interest of government in giving opportunities how you self reduce that number, right? If that's just an option there, right? Let's touch on perhaps what funding is available for people who haven't done anything, right? I don't know if all this information up to date. Perhaps some might be or should be bigger, I guess. But I'm coming from a business perspective, right? How expensive it can be for SMEs to identify. Okay, so there's a particular location that I'm taking a look at, and within this location, they are offering 3,000 for people underage. So that would be 16 to 18, and £2,000 for people 19 plus, right? So depending, right, on what kind of people you want people to do, but starting early and perhaps progressing there when it comes to developing skills, right? For SME is not identified as being one of the priority sector. There is a grant of five. Okay, so they have a list of what kind of professionals they are looking for. 500 pounds available for apprentice age 19 plus. So depending on the area, right? What kind of people you would like to give opportunity in developing skills. All right, realize that's an option. The apprenticeship training must be provided by training provided approved by education and skills funded agency. So there's a standards in place, right? So there's a standards and perhaps some forms to fill in. I think within the UK and or perhaps different regions, they might have a point of contact within a business hub, local business hub. Within that point of contact, you can potentially arrange and or have a point of contact and progress in trying to understand what will be a apprenticeship process, right? Since the opportunity that I'm taking a look, that would be very location based, right? So they might have the infrastructure there, but depending on where your business is, they might have very similar programs. That's what I'm saying. Yourself, if you're interested in learning more about the business and or trying to understand what would be required and what the process can look like, right? Within this book, Game Strategy, I'm taking a look and looking to share very important information with as many people as I possibly can. That would be some of the most important concepts and how to structure your business when you're venturing and starting your own organization. There would be three different stages, right? First one would be doing a lot of research and trying to understand what will require of you or for depending on what kind of business you would like to do, what kind of research you need to do. That would be the first phase, right? From there, progressing into the next phase, that would be taking action based on that information and setting up a company and beginning acquiring customers and operating as a business from there. Once you start acquiring a lot of resources, how you yourself how you can become an investor. You can find that and more within this book or Code in the Corner, the company's website below. My own feedback on the system, I don't know if there's perhaps worth taking a look and or sitting down with the person and or try that person perhaps would like to share some of the process, right? I don't know if it's completely electronic, right? So, or they're still working at that someone needs to be there and show that person, new person, how to do things, right? If we can perhaps progress that, where it would be completely digital, that would be reduced cost of onboarding people and or training people. That's my own feedback. If they have that already, great. If not, perhaps that would be the overall feedback of the process, right? Other than that, perhaps it's the process of apprenticeship and everything, people venturing and or becoming more independent. It's overall it's very important stage, right? Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.